So I just read through the comments of the video of Taraji talking at the BET Awards about black men. And in the comments, there were apparently many of black women that got secondhand cringe and that felt cringe and that called Taraji a Pickmeisha and a pick me and also referred to um, Keri Hilson as a pick me. You know, the black gender war has many black people, we're going to talk about black women in this case today, sounding very delusional, right? They're not so sure of what's going on in the black community and around the planet. You know, Taraji's been making money for decades now. Keri Hilson's been making money for at least a decade, plus, actually more than a decade. Keri Hilson is supremely attractive. You know, to think that you, as a normal, regular, everyday woman who makes your 35, 45, 50, $55,000 a year, know more about what men of means, white men and non-black men of means particularly, want more than Keri Hilson or Taraji P. Henson, it's fascinating to be that delusional. These women have had access to non-black men for some time now. And if they're telling you they would rather be with black men, then that should tell you a whole lot about what these non-black men of means are about. But if you have so much anger, and excuse my background, if you have so much anger and rage and resentment towards black men, then you might miss that, right? You might miss the fact that Nicki Minaj told you, hey, you want me to live your life so you could say relationship goals. And I know I said Nicki Minaj on purpose, right? I'm not agreeing with who she married, whatever. That's none of my business, but I'm painting a picture here. Nicki Minaj told you this is more than just about my fans and having them use me and whoever they think I should be with as relationship goals. And she was backed up by Wendy Williams, who also told you, hey, I have money. I've been having money. I don't It's lonely being a black woman with money and going home to an empty bed. To open the door and not have somebody waiting for you. But many of you, your anger, your rage, your resentment towards black men is so great that you swear by these non-black men and how much better they are, right? And I get it. Some of you just would rather Taraji P. Henson and Keri Hilson keep their thoughts to themselves, right? And stop ego stroking and placating black men. I get it. But what I'm asking you is, do you understand maybe why they're doing that? These women have been famous. They've been making money. They've been around non-black men of means with some money and some status. If supremely fine Keri Hilson and Taraji, who I also find very attractive, if they're saying those things and a plethora of other black women of note are saying these type of things, what does that tell you? You think it's just desperation? And let's say it is. Let's say women over the age of 35 are this desperate. That should tell you something, right? And excuse my background, I'm in the car right now. That should tell you something. But many of you, once again, your rage is so great, you can't see. You can't see what these women of note are telling you. And these are famous women. They've been making money. They've been around the men that you think you would be able to get if you were them. Maybe you're missing the lesson. You know? And I get it for those women under the age of 30, under the age of 35. You think you know. Keep living. Keep living. Let's see if that non-black boyfriend that you have turns into a husband one day. And then even if it does turn into a husband, let's see how long that marriage lasts. And let's see the ups and downs that come from that marriage. I think many of us are very ahistorical in the black community. This gender war got many of us sounding insane. Y'all really don't know non-black men, especially non-black men of note, non-black men of prominence, non-black men of means. And so you project what you think they are out into the universe. And then the women who actually have access to these men, the women that actually frequent spaces with these men, they're telling you, yeah, black men might have their faults, but ooh, these non-black men, ooh, you really don't know. And that I just want some of you sisters, I just want you to think about that. Think about what Wendy Williams said. Think about what Nicki Minaj said. Think about what Keri Hilson is saying. Think about what Taraji is telling you. These women have a chance to be with white men. Even white men that don't make as much as them. Not every black woman is going to be Serena, y'all. You're not going to be able to throw Serena in every another black woman in black men's face the way you throw Serena in black men's face. So the Serenas of the world, the Tika Sumters of the world, they're one-offs. These non-black men are telling you what they think. And I'm not saying that to throw in black women's face. This is very important. Black women, this is not about insulting you and demeaning you. It is about saying, did you forget what country you live in? You can't be that ahistorical. You can't be that mad at black men that you forgot that Jim Crow just ended on paper in the 1970s. You had Jim Crow, anti-Jim Crow laws going through all the way to what, 77? 1977? That's the country you live in. And you think these non-black men just overnight, they're all about black women? Yes, even your non-black men that were born in the 90s and the early aughts. I just want y'all to be careful. Yes, you can have an issue. And you know what? I'm not a black woman. You can have an issue with Taraji sounding like a air quotes Pickmeisha. But don't be naive. And I really wish that all the swirlers, we could just tell them go have fun. All of you divestment women, all of you swirlers, all of you that you don't want to hear a black woman say anything positive about black men, right? It's always something of some Pickmeisha or some pick me or some mammy. All these words that y'all use to denigrate black women that say anything positive about black men. I just wish that y'all would go and go experience the abundance and the happiness that you swear these non-black men are providing to non-black women. And then maybe you can explain the divorce rate after amongst those men and those women. You know, maybe that's what it's going to take. Because for so many of you in the comments to be that bothered by Taraji just saying, you know what, stay with us, black men. We love you, black men. Well, I'll end it with that. I really don't see how this I don't see how this works for black women. You got racist, anti-black men on this side who, for the most part, are not interested in black women. And then you have black men who you've convinced yourself are all colorist, they're sexist, they're not providers, they're not protectors, they're horrible husbands and horrible fathers. Black women, where does that leave you? So what? You trust the non-black men more than the black man? All right. We'll see how that works for you. I mean, like I said, keep living. Keep living. Let's see if this works. If this anti-black male rhetoric works. And I'll end it with that. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments.